we go!
Okay, so a couple of years ago, I posted a video entitled, "Is story important to a game?" And the general reaction was, yes, story is very important to a game. There are some people who just prefer it for the gameplay, but myself personally, I do like a good story behind the game I'm playing. And the first game to have an impact on me because of the story was Final Fantasy VII. That was a game that drew me in emotionally into what was going on. You all know that one scene, but it generally made me care about the characters. Never played a game like it. And a game I've played recently with a strong story that drew me in once again is Life is Strange 2.
Peggy 18.
What's happening?
What you and your brother have is the most important thing.
Sean! Oh God! Are you okay?
Wish I could go back to my town.
Hey, just the son I wanted to see.
The cops are talking to everybody at school.
Hey, don't ever touch my brother.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, step away, now.
Calm down, officer.
Shut up. On the ground, now.
This is a nightmare. No way!
Sean, maybe you could come back.
I'm sorry, Layla. I can't. I have no idea where we are. What I'm doing. Feels like we're walking nowhere.
Sean, I'm scared.
I'm right here. How am I supposed to take care of us out here?
I know who you are and what you did.
Daniel, go!
You and your brother are going to jail for the rest of your lives.
Leave us alone! What's happening?
What you and your brother have is the most important thing. He needs you, and you need him.
Daniel, come on! Daniel! Oh my God!
So this was published by Square Enix. And if you all know Life is Strange 1, they released this game in 5 episodes. It's kind of like a point-and-click adventure game in a way, but you get to make your own choices. In Life is Strange, you got to like rewind time. Life is Strange 2, you haven't got the ability to like alter time, but it gives you a lot of choices to make, and these choices matter so much. It has an impact, or it has, from like the first episode, whatever you do in that could already have an impact or happens to you in the final episode. And Life is Strange shows this in 5 episodes, and it tells a story, no spoilers, about 2 brothers, Sean and Daniel Diaz. One of them develops like powers. This is not a spoiler, everyone knows this. It's a genre description. And things happen, and you have to basically go on the run with your brother to try and get to safety over the course of 5 episodes. But what really got me on this was the acting. You play the older brother Sean, who was played by Gonzalo Martin. I've got the notes right down there. And the little brother Daniel was played by Roman Dean George. Have to say, those two are fantastic voice actors. The things that happened to these 2 brothers in this game generally made me care about them. I was like, no! I was like, oh, come on, you can do it. And it was some bits, this like seeing the situation they're in. You know the characters, you know their story, but I still felt really sorry for them. I was like, oh man. So the storytellers, whoever wrote it, all the actors did a fantastic job of pulling me in along the way, because I genuinely cared about every single installment from the first after I played the first episode. I went on Twitter and I said, hashtag Life is Strange 2. This is going to pull on my heartstrings, isn't it? And somebody replied, complete stranger, oh yes. I was like, okay. So, there are some stories. I am the kind of guy who likes a good story, who generally does care about the stories of TV shows I'm watching. I do care about the characters, even though they're made up, you know, some of them. And there was a bit in episode 1 where now that you're kind of on the run and playing as Sean, you've got to look out for your brother, and you've only got so much money on you to spend. You've got to like decide what you're going to spend it on. Do you make sure Daniel has enough food? Do you make sure he's warm, he's healthy? And some of the things that happen along the way, because like Daniel's really too young to understand stuff, and Sean's like he's had to become an adult really quickly. It was like, oh no. And when it generally give you choices, right, do you choose this or do you choose that? I was like, I don't know. And sometimes I would just like hold a control pad in front of me, looking at the choices on screen. I was like, should I go for that one? Should I go for this one? In the end, I decided I kind of did half and half of the money. But I think I'm happy with how that turned out. But then the game's really good, very cleverly done. The way it gives you different choices in every episode. Even relationships further down the line, you can choose if Sean gets with a girl or a guy. I thought that was really cool, actually, because it just shows like the current generation we live in. You can make any choice you want and no one's discriminating. I love that. That's great. And in the final episode as well, you get I got to the very end and it gives you one last choice to make, and I won't give anything away. There's like 7 endings. I won't tell you what they are, but depending on some choices you make in episodes 1 to 4, you might have already been allocated a certain ending, and then depicting on what choice you make then. I was like, so it comes to the very end and it's all about if they're going to be safe or not. That's all I'm going to say. And I don't do this often with games, but I made my choice and I was like, come on, come on, come on. I found myself shouting at the screen because I really wanted, you know, these two to have a happy ending. I was like, come on, come on, come on. And I will say this, the ending I got was quite decent. I'm not sure if it was the best ending. It certainly wasn't the worst. So I was happy, but I was like, oh, I'm so glad that is over now. Sorry, my iPad's trying to speak to me down below. Okay, so that's all I wanted to really say, guys, about Life is Strange 2 is an epic game. I'd give it 10 out of 10 because I really got involved in the story. Let me know if you've played this game in the comments below. I would love to hear if it had an impact on you as much as it did me. It's probably just me if I'm a big softie, who knows. But yeah, it'd be interesting that it is your kind of games. I'm a bit of an all-rounder when it comes to gaming, but I do like these episode kind of things, point and click, the story, see what happens. Yeah, so let me know what you thought about it. And yeah, shout out to everyone involved in the creation of that game because, yeah, pretty epic in my book. One of my top games. Okay, guys, that's all from me. See you soon. See you soon.